What if I told you there's something in the universe so extreme, so indestructible, that it could actually kill black holes? Meet Gravastars, the cosmic soap bubbles that might just rewrite everything we know about the universe. Imagine the most violent death possible. A massive star, 10 times heavier than our sun, reaches the end of its life. In less than a second, its core collapses under crushing gravity. The star's outer shell rushes inward, bounces off the collapsing core, and explodes with the brightness of entire galaxies. We call this a supernova. Now here's where it gets interesting. Usually, two things can happen next. Either the core gets compressed into a neutron star, or it breaks reality itself and becomes a black hole, an infinitely dense point where physics stops making sense. But Gravastars offer a third, even weirder possibility. Instead of collapsing into nothingness, the core gets pulverized like dust under a cosmic hydraulic press. Atoms and particles are crushed so violently that they transform into pure energy, creating a sort of mini-universe that desperately wants to expand. Picture this. The expanding energy bubble smashes into the collapsing star around it. The immovable object meets the unstoppable force, forging an entirely new type of material we've never seen before. Then suddenly, everything stops. A Gravastar is born. So, what does this cosmic monster actually look like? Think of it as a soap bubble the size of the London metropolitan area, but weighing as much as 10 suns. The shell is utterly black and represents the coldest thing in the universe, only a billionth of a degree above absolute zero. Even the cosmic microwave background radiation glows bright compared to this thing. But here's the mind-bending part. This shell isn't made of atoms. It's crafted from an entirely new form of matter so extreme that it exists at the very limit of what's physically possible. The shell is incredibly thin, making atoms look gigantic in comparison, yet it's so tight that stretching it by just 1 meter would require the energy of an entire supernova. The interior is where things get truly bizarre. Inside a Gravastar is perfectly empty, a complete vacuum without a single particle. But this nothingness is boiling with the most fundamental energy in the universe. To understand this, imagine particles as waves in an ocean. The vacuum is that ocean, the fundamental fluid at the bottom of reality. Inside a Gravastar, this vacuum fluid gets compressed to almost a billion trillion times the energy density of normal space. It's like the universe took a cosmic pump and squeezed as much nothingness as physics allows into one place. This creates an eternal stalemate. The compressed vacuum desperately wants to expand, but it's trapped by the shell, which itself exists at the absolute limit of what any material can withstand. Two forces at the edge of physics, locked in eternal battle. From the outside, Gravastars behave exactly like black holes. They are perfectly black, massively curved spacetime, and would rip you apart with gravitational forces long before you reach the surface. But unlike black holes, they don't break physics with impossible singularities. This might sound like science fiction, but remember that black holes were once considered too absurd to be real. For over 50 years, they existed only on paper until we saw stars being thrown around by invisible titans and took actual pictures of them. Gravastars solve many problems that have traumatized physicists for decades. They don't delete information or break our understanding of reality, but they create new puzzles, like how that impossible shell material could exist. The exciting part is we might actually be able to tell them apart from black holes. When two black holes collide, they create gravitational waves that sound like a deep bass drum. But two Gravastars colliding should sound like a gong, leaving subtle echoes behind. Scientists are listening for these cosmic echoes right now. We're not quite there yet with our technology, but we're getting closer every day. And when we finally hear that gong, we'll know the universe has been hiding something extraordinary from us all along. Gravastars represent the beautiful uncertainty of science. They might revolutionize our understanding of reality, or they might just be another fascinating idea for the discard pile. But that's exactly why we do science, to discover that everything is different from what we thought, until the day we truly understand the nature of reality itself. As we continue our search for extraterrestrial life, we shouldn't just look for Earth-like conditions. The universe is vast and creative, and life might surprise us in ways we never expected. Who knows? Maybe one day our descendants will actually visit these alien oceans, fly through continent-sized clouds, or even communicate with intelligence as curious about us as we are about them. But before we chart a course for Gravastar mysteries, why not satisfy your curiosity about the strangest alien forms our imaginations and science can conjure? Dive into our previous exploration, what actual aliens might look like, where we journey across 3 mind-bending worlds to discover the truly bizarre biology that could be lurking out there. Click the link on screen or in the description now to unlock the full gallery of alien wonders and prepare to have your expectations of ET completely blown away.